Hi 7th graders, I hope you've been doing well. Today we are going to work on our IXL for lesson 5.5. This IXL is all about X.18, which is similar figures and indirect measurements. I think this is one of the hardest IXLs that we'll have this unit, so please make sure that you reach out to me if you have questions. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. So if you notice, we need to find R, which is this line right here. Okay, that's R, that's the line we're trying to figure out. So we need to write our answer as a whole number or as a decimal, but we don't want to round our answer. So let's go ahead and get started. If we notice, we are taking triangle, I'm gonna write triangle BCF, and that one is similar, so that little squiggly line means similar. Triangle BCF is really similar to triangle DEF. Okay, so now that we have that, that will kind of make it easier as we set up our proportion. Okay, so the side that we want to find is we want to find BF. Okay, so let's go ahead and write BF. That's the side that we want to find. We don't know what that letter is. Okay, well if we look at our similar figures thing that I wrote up here, BF corresponds to side DF. So that's the side that goes on the bottom. Okay, then we need to look at our triangle that we're trying to figure out, so triangle BCF, and figure out what side do we already know. Right, we already know side CB. We know that that is 6 meters. So our next one is side CB. And then if we notice, CB is the first two letters. That means we're looking at the first two letters of our second triangle. So DE is the last one. Alright, so all we did was we named our sides. We're not even including any numbers yet. So now let's go ahead and figure out what our numbers are. BF, that's the side we don't know, so that's R. But DF, we know that that is 5. So R over 5 is equal to, side CB we said was 6, and side DE is 3. Alright, so now that we have our proportion set up, we have R over 5 is equal to 6 over 3. Now we cross multiply just like we did in our last lesson. We take R times 3, which is 3R, and set that equal to 5 times 6. Okay, 5 times 6 is really 30. Now we want to divide by 3 to solve for R. So our 3's cancel out. We're left with R on the left-hand side. 30 divided by 3 is really 10. So our answer is 10. Awesome. Moving on to our next one. This takes a lot of thought, so hang in there, okay? This time they tell us triangle CDE is similar to triangle FGE. Okay, so we need to find U. And U is this side right here. That is side GE. Okay, so let's take a look here. GE is our last two letters. So that means it's similar to side DE. Okay, so that's the one that goes on the bottom. And that's equal to something that we still need to figure out. Now let's take a look at our first triangle. So triangle FGE, this one right here. What other side do we already know? Right, we know side FG. So that's what we write on the top. If you notice, FG is the first two letters. That means we're looking at CD, because those sides are similar, which means they are pretty close to being the same. Okay, so now let's plug our numbers in. GE, we don't know what that is. That is letter U. DE is 4, and that's equal to FG, we know is 6, and CD, we know is 3. Okay, now we have our proportion set up. So we cross multiply. U times 3 is really 3U, and that's equal to 6 times 4. Well, 6 times 4 is 24. We divide both sides by 3. Our 3's cancel out. We're left with just U. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So U is equal to 8. Awesome, let's practice this next one. This time we need to find letter P. Okay, so let's just write what triangles are similar. So we have triangle MKJ, the big one, MKJ. And that triangle is similar to triangle MLN, okay, the littler one, MLN. So now that we have that written out, I think that makes it pretty easy for us. Okay, we're trying to find side P. Well, if you notice, side P is LN, so that's what we're right here. And LN is our last two letters, so we look at our last two letters on our picture. So KJ is really 6. So KJ is equal to. Now take a look again at our small triangle. So triangle MLN. Which side do we know? Right, we know this one right here. ML. We know that that is 5. So that's what we write up on top. ML really corresponds to MK. So that's our second line. Alright, now let's plug our numbers in. LN is really P, and KJ we found is 6. And that's equal to ML, we know is 5. But now we want to know MK. We want to know this whole length. We need to take 5 plus 5, which gives us 10. Alright, now let's multiply. P times 10 is really 10P. 6 times 5 is 30. So we have 10P is equal to 30. Right now we need to divide both sides by 10. So our 10's cancel out. We're left with P on the left-hand side. 30 divided by 10 is 3. So side LN is really 3. Awesome. I will do one more with you, and then you will try the rest on your own. So this time it tells us that triangle MLK is similar to triangle JIK. Okay, so we are trying to find letter C. If you notice, letter C is this line, KL. So that's what we write on top. Now let's look at what triangles are similar. We have LK is that one side, which corresponds to IK on our triangle. So that's what goes down on our bottom. Okay, now looking at our small triangle, look at MLK. What other side do we know in MLK? Right, we know side ML, so that's what goes on the top. And ML is the first two letters that corresponds to the second two letters, or the first two letters in our second triangle, which is JI. Alright, now let's go ahead and plug our numbers in. KL is the side we don't know, so that's C. And IK is this one right here, and that's 6. So C over 6 is equal to ML is 2, JI is 4. So now we cross multiply. C times 4 is 4C, 2 times 6 is 12. And we want to divide both sides by 4. Our 4's cancel out, we're left with just C. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So C is equal to 3. Awesome, so I just did a few problems. I would like you to try the rest on your own. Please let me know if you have a question or if you're struggling with anything, and I will get you the help that you need. Have a great day. Bye,